we go.
Okay.
Awkward. Sorry.
All right.
So we have a new friend here.
Please introduce yourself.
My name is Jacob Prodigy.
Jacob Prodigy. If y'all don't know him, y'all know him now. Yes.
Yes.
All right. So we're just gonna go ahead and ask you a couple of questions. I don't need that. That didn't work. So, how long have you been wrestling for?
I started in 2021, so I've been wrestling for a while. But I was wrestling for a promotion that I really couldn't wrestle anywhere else.
Oh.
They had shows in Poteet. They were ESW. Kind of had beef with, EBW. So I heard a lot of bad things about this place, and then I came over here, and it wasn't anything I heard. But I've been wrestling for 3 years, but I stopped for a little bit, and I kind of getting back into it again. So.
Okay. Makes a lot of sense now. I was like, I've not to be mean, but like I've never heard of you before.
Yeah, no, 100%. No, so I wrestled over there, and then I also went to wrestling school in Austin for a little bit, and then I left because my job and that at the same time was just, I was getting overwhelmed. Like,
Okay.
but,
I mean, that's fair.
But now I'm back, and I'm loving it every second.
And you're actually pretty good from like what we've seen. Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm
I
not trying to
appreciate
boost your
it.
ego or anything, but
Thank you.
If you get a big head, we're not posting this.
No, I'm humble. There's still more to learn. There's so much to this. I meet someone new every time I come out here, and I get a lot of good information from everybody. So.
Okay.
Oh, you're such a
Stay
good
humble.
human.
Humble.
What's that one song? Humble.
Kendrick Lamar.
Thank you. I was like, okay. So I kind of just got into it already.
Yeah.
So like, what was the process of starting your career? Like when you first started?
When I first started, so I've been a wrestling fan. I kid you not, my whole life. There's videos of me at like 3 years old doing the rock bottom with my dad, everything. But I always knew I wanted to be a wrestler. I always knew it, but then I kind of was like doing the typical, I got to go to school and be realistic. And then when I found that other promotion, they had a ring. So I was like, well, this is a perfect display, to be able to put, I used to wrestle on the trampoline with my friends. So we had our own backyard wrestling. So I knew like I had some athleticism to this. So when I finally got into it, I was like, man, I'm not too shabby at this. So I kind of just kept on with it. And just a lot of wrestlers that have inspired me. I kind of, take after their work, but I don't want to completely copy them, what I mean? But yeah, my whole life I've always wanted to be a wrestler. So.
Cool. It's starting to drizzle, and I'm so mad at the weather right now.
Every time we are out here, this always happens, and then we'll go somewhere else, and 2 seconds later it stops.
Yeah, we're not going over there.
Yeah, no,
we already learned our
not
lesson
again.
last time.
All right.
It's fine. A little water never hurt anybody.
No, we're not the Wicked Witch of the West, so we won't know. Your hair might bleed, but that's about it.
Dead ass! Oh my god.
Oh fuck! I forgot about mine too. Shit.
It's okay. It's
fine.
okay.
It's not raining that bad.
It's a little. It's just a little.
It's just a little.
We're good.
Hopefully not at all.
Knock on wood right now.
If you see me pause it and run, we're done. Okay.
Okay.
We'll come back.
Who inspired you to be a wrestler?
So I guess two answers. Person that's close to me, my dad, 100%. Me and my dad, even to this day, I'll go over there and we'll watch wrestling again, still. So my dad definitely inspired me, but wrestler-wise, Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels, and then X Division AJ Styles. Like,
Ooh.
AJ Styles, I think, is one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. But, Shawn Michaels is my GOAT. That's who inspired me for sure.
Okay.
Interesting.
Two very different styles.
Yeah. It's Rob Van Dam, too. Everybody's style is different. If I really had to put one up there, I guess The Rock, too. The Rock's personality was just over the top. He's just everything I wanted to be. I was just like, man, that dude's cool. I mean, but I used to have this DVD, and I'd watch it, like, every day, I kid you not, when I was a kid. And it showed The Rock's just, like, daily life. He'd be going buying expensive shirts, and I was just like, this dude's he's just all around cool. But, yeah.
Cool. That's cute. That's cute. All right. So, if there could be like one place, whether it be like a city, a specific state, country that you could wrestle in, where would that be?
Oh, Japan, 100%. I love Japan. I've never been, but like just the culture and everything, I think I would love it. Honestly, I would live there if I had the chance. So Japan, 100%. I'd want to wrestle there.
Yeah.
For sure.
Cool. I think that's like almost everybody's
Everybody,
answer.
yeah. Mexico too. I love the lucha libre style, so Mexico would be cool.
Yeah. Do you speak Spanish?
No.
Okay.
But I am Hispanic. I mean, kid you not. My mom's really white, my dad's really dark, so I look like my mom all the way.
It's fine. I understand.
We both do. It's fine. What advice would you give someone who wants to become a wrestler?
Biggest advice is just like, you got to learn to listen. Even though you've been a fan and maybe watched forever, you don't know the business. That's the biggest thing. I feel like I got into this knowing stuff, and really, I was humbled really, really quick. So just taking advice from like anybody who's been in the business, just anybody, just have open ears to just take any advice in. And you could choose to, take it and run with it, or you do your own thing. Maybe it'll work, but I don't suggest that. I feel like learning from everybody you come across in the ring is valuable, to be successful.
Would you say that there's like different, I don't know, like how often do you train?
So sadly I'm out of Austin, and there's literally nobody, like other than the wrestling school I went to, I would have to pay obviously to go there and train. So there's no ring for me. So I either have to come out here, which is very hard with my schedule, but when I can make it happen, I do. But I do train in the gym 5-6 days a week. So I'm always lifting, I'm doing cardio, I'm just trying to do it right by that part, so when I get here it doesn't hurt and I don't run out of breath. I don't want to be gassed out in there. So I train in the gym 5-6 days a week. So that's really.
Would you? I know that's like everybody.
I know.
I could never. Anyways,
Shut up. You at one point.
so would you say there's like a difference between in-ring training and like cardio training? And,
Oh,
like,
100%.
Yeah.
In-ring is like, because with the bumps added in there, it's taking your breath away. Like, I remember the first time I got in the ring, the ring I first trained in was a 20x20. Thing was huge. So instead of taking maybe like 3 steps to get across, you're taking 5, maybe even 5.5, 6. And I had to learn quick that, cardio in the ring is much different than, just doing cardio. I could do cardio at the gym all day, but when I get here, I could be in there for a minute, and I'm like, I've been in there for 10, it feels like. So,
Okay.
definitely different.
I feel like that's about.
Yeah.
Everybody says the same.
Yeah.
It'll humble you quick. Very quick.
It's because like normally people just see y'all and like we could never, right? So that's why I just asked, because like normally lifting weights, doing the cardio, like stairmasters, all the things like that, kind of seems the same to people as like in ring. So just getting like the perspective of like, is it different and how is it different?
Yeah, it's definitely different. It will help you, no doubt, but it's definitely different. I can tell now, like when I first started, I probably weighed about 160. It was a little easier for me. I wouldn't gas out. Now I'm like almost 190. So it's kind of a little harder for me. But that's why I've learned breathing is a big thing in there. Like just pacing yourself and knowing the right, times to breathe. Yeah. Even though you want to get everybody hyped up, you got to, sometimes conserve your breaths in there.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. My turn?
Yeah.
What are you looking at, girl? Okay. So,
I was looking at something?
I don't know. I thought you were. My bad.
Probably staring off in the space.
So, what's the most like extreme match you've ever participated in?
So I had a match, I think it was about 1.5 years ago, in that old promotion I was in. And the guy I wrestled, he's like the deathmatch specialist. Like he does, everything you can imagine. So this is the most I've ever taken was, tubes. So he took light tubes and he put them down my shirt and he kicked them in. So that's probably worse. And then after that, I got choke slam, and there's still glass in my shirt. So I take, and on the mat itself. So I took that. So that's probably the most extreme I've done. Okay. I've done a swanton off a ladder on him. He was on top of a door. The door broke when I put him on it. He was a big dude. So I put him on the door, it broke, and then I still had to do. I was just like, I'm just gonna do a swanton anyway.
Might as well. I'm already up here.
Kid you not, when I hit it, it was straight ass, like just straight tailbone, and that hurt. I felt it the next day. I didn't feel it at the time, but that's probably the most extreme I've done.
Okay.
You fit in so well. I love that.
Are they crazy over there?
They're crazy. Jaime, Flo, they already know.
I'll jump off the ladder, no matter how high.
Will you jump off a bus is the question.
Hey, I'll do it. Never done it before, but
Lo, here you go.
time for everything.
Jacob Prodigy, Loki. There you go. So like, would you do like an actual death match where it's like to the extreme, no rules, anything else?
I definitely thought about it.
Yeah.
So it's something that I'm always like, this and that. But I think it's not as bad as just make sure you have the right staff on, there. So if something bad happens, the people around you are gonna take care of you and stuff. Yeah. But I'm interested. You know what I mean?
Okay.
No, my mom wouldn't want to be there, but I'll make sure not to invite her to that show. But
Well, I don't have a show that day, but I'm gonna go out. Okay?
yeah.
I promise I'll be fine. Comes back, I'll bad.
Vanished up like in crutches.
I think the worst thing. I'm trying to think. Thumbtack. I've heard from a lot of people thumbtacks aren't that bad.
That's what I've heard too.
Yeah, it's not that bad. It's just the next couple days, like it's itchy. And that's kind of how the light tubes were for all the scratches I had on my back. It was just itchy the next couple days. It didn't hurt too bad when I showered or anything. But I think getting cut over, they break it, cut. Example.
Well, Bobby, the first time we went to Loco.
Dude, okay, so you should check out Loco, right?
Yeah.
The first time we went, it was our first show in Houston at Loco, and it was the main event. It was between Tarzan and Little Poppy.
Mm-hmm.
The ending to it was like, what was it? Tarzan got a blade or something and cut Little Poppy's wrist.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah. Like,
and it's like everywhere, and I was like, Joel, he slit his wrist. What is happening?
He's gonna die. No.
she's literally looking at me. She's freaking out. And I was like, okay, go outside. Here's the keys to the car. Wait.
I've heard light tube cutting people with light tubes with a
blade.
blade.
Yeah.
The straight blade.
That's insane. That's some dedication.
Like, the ones that you almost like the daggers that you put through your finger.
Yeah.
And you can spin it around. That's literally what he had, and just straight
Talk about
and
wanting
then-
to put on a show, man.
and then got in and just
Give that
ripped it
guy
off like a
payday.
psycho.
That was crazy.
They're like, he just tried to kill Lil Poppy. He lived.
There's some real
fine.
vendetta.
He's alive. Still fights.
Yeah.
Man, that's great.
So then the last question.
This is where we've been getting everyone.
Mm-hmm.
If your career were to end in 2 months, would you be satisfied with what you've done so far?
No, definitely not. There's so many places I want to wrestle. There's so many people I want to wrestle. So I'm just really, this is even though I've been wrestling for a while, I think this is really where I'm starting. And I did Wrestle Shop and I faced Cobra, and that match was incredible, man. I was nervous going in there because I know of Cobra, and match was great and stuff like that. Where I go when I go into matches like that, I'm like, oh man, I'm kind of nervous, and it comes out good. It's just like, oh, I want to face this person. I want to face this. So I wouldn't be satisfied. I love what I've done so far, but not satisfied.
So in the indie scene, who are your top 3 or 5 wrestlers that you would want to wrestle?
Well, today I'm facing Alexander. Harry's Alexander.
Oh yeah.
So,
I'm looking forward to that match.
I'm gonna say people from here because I've been watching. So Benny for sure. Love Benny style, and Prince Pretty.
Ooh.
Yeah. So some good matches, man.
Yeah.
I know Benny's babyface, Prince Pretty's babyface, so it wouldn't really make sense. But those are 3 matches. So one of them I'm gonna be able to do today. So I'm excited for that.
We're excited for you.
I'm excited for all the videos I'm about to get.
Yep. We'll cheer for you the hardest, okay?
Thank you. I appreciate
We
y'all.
hate Aries.
You should.
The worst.
I swear, the first time we saw you, we were just like, is he a face? Is he a heel? I can't.
Yeah, I got that angry look on my face, but it's just because I'm so hyped up, The adrenaline's just going, so I'm a good guy.
Okay.
I like the people.
Okay. The people like you. We really do.
Thank you, I
If you haven't
appreciate
noticed from everyone going, Prodigy.
We start
it.
We tried.
Take that. Well,
But I appreciate y'all, having me on here.
of course.
Thank you.
It's been a waiting
Yeah.
time,
Considering the fact that you left us.
Hey, I'm on
JK.
time crunch.
JK. We told. Okay, well, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not
I was
gonna say
always
that.
told when I went to wrestling. When I was at wrestling school, my trainer always said, "You always want to be there early, even before call time. Be there early." So I've just had that mentality. But after I showed up and nobody was there except Oscar and a guy on a motorcycle that he came out for STK's entrance, he was there, but nobody else was there yet. But now I know.
Yeah, all right. So, is there anything you want to say? You can plug your socials.
Jacob Prodigy on Instagram. I got that name all the way, and I'm never gonna change it. It's legit, Jacob Prodigy on Instagram. That's really it. Yeah.
How did you come up with Jacob Prodigy?
So that's a perfect question. So I used to play WWE games, and I was like, well, I don't want to go by my real name. I'll go by Jacob. That's my real name. And I was like, well, I had this name, and it's funny because Alexander, but in the game I put the Prodigy Jacob Alexander. And it was, my character was like cocky guy, Hollywood, And then when I joined my old promotion, he was like, well, my name is Alexander already, so let's change it. So he was like, Jacob Prodigy, what do you think? And at first I was like, I don't really like it. You know? But then I rolled with it, and I was like, nah, it actually sounds good. So, and I kept with it. So I got the name.
Interesting.
Had we not known how long you've been wrestling, I was like, because if you had just said like, hey, I just started like a couple months ago, then you would actually be like, you look so smooth.
I appreciate it. You know, I try. You know, the best thing is just like going out there and just not thinking too much. If you think too much about it, you're gonna fumble a lot.
Yeah.
It's just going out there with confidence, you know, and just trusting who you're in the ring with. That's the biggest thing. It's just, you know, trusting them and then making sure you protect them. You know, at times, you know what I mean? You don't want to build any, you know, bad reputations around the locker rooms and stuff, hurting anybody.
Valid.
So, but yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, I really got only like 6 months of real in-school training, and then besides that, I learned in a backyard in a 20x20 ring, and that was that. You know,
Hey, backyard wrestling all the
yeah,
way.
it was legit backyard wrestling. So.
And look at where you are now.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm loving it.
You're in your prime. I can feel it.
I don't even think I'm there yet. You know,
Speaking of that, how old are you?
I am 25, about to be 26.
Wow.
Feel old.
You're
Feel
a
old.
baby.
Feel old. But most wrestlers hit their primes in the 30s. Most wrestlers hit their prime in the 30s, so you know, I'm just starting. That's what I like to say.
You're such a good humor.
You are.
Hey,
love
you gotta be nice to people, man. You know, I used to get made fun of for watching wrestling all the time, so
Aww.
and now everybody loves wrestling all of a sudden. So, you know,
Bandwagon.
yeah, just you love wrestling, you want to do it, just do it. You know, that's the biggest thing is just believe in yourself. I didn't think I could do it. Here I am, performing in front of people. So.
Love that.
But
Love that.
Thank you.
All right. So, is there anything else that you want to say?
That is
We're
all.
good? All right. Do you want to be a part of the outro?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what do I got to do?
You're just gonna go.
Backflip?
Bye. You can backflip?
No,
Oh.
not right here. Oh, maybe in there, but not right here. Not
Coolest
standing.
outro we're gonna get. Might as well. Let's watch this.
Hell no.
Rocks and
Be
sticks.
injured before the match.
They're gonna be like, "What happened?" I have
don't
no
know.
idea.
It's not on camera.
We asked him to do the outro with us, and he just
He fell, like tripped over something.
don't know how.
Anyways, all right.
All right.
So I'm Brandy.
I'm Jewel.
Girls Talk Wrestling.
Bye.
Bye.